we really understand that we also have to consider it that from where the electricity is getting it supplied, the grid mix which we are talking about. So definitely it helps significantly in terms of managing the localized emission, and that's where the tail emission component is very important. But somewhere the power station, there's going to be huge demand for the electricity. I would say that city electricity demand will increase once there is more deployment of electric vehicle, and that is the where I said the decarbonization of the electric generation, which is the second component, is also there's a lot of work going on to support it. This e-mobility sector. So I'm sure there are going to be many such questions and some more clarification which is going to come out in the next 2 to 3 technical sessions where we are going to talk about the manufacturing and the battery part.
Yes, sir. So just adding on to that point, yeah, we do have some technical questions, I believe, about batteries, which we will answer it in the sessions where we will have speakers talking about battery and other things relevant to the battery ecosystem. So would you like to take one question from Mr. Rijul Joshi? He has asked that a lot of dependency on China and Taiwan and Korea. So does India have any options in procuring cells? Is there any scope for India? So if you can quickly shed light upon that, will be great, sir.
See, India has been working with many countries to support it. India alone, it's working in a many direction to be self-independent. But the initial few years, I would say in the next 3 to 4 years, is going to be collaborative effort with a different country. And one thing is very sure, that India is not going to be dependent upon only 1 or 2 countries. They have been working with many countries on a technology transfer, on a technology support to make our own country self-sustainable. So there's a lot of work going on within India on the battery technology. On the electronic part, we are already pioneered. So I would say we are on a very, very safer side when it comes to bringing the modern technology to the sector within the country. So it's not going to be only dependent upon on the country which you have mentioned it.
Well, thank you so much, sir. That was indeed.
Maybe just to add to it, Arshad, there are also countries like Australia and Brazil, in addition to China and Taiwan that is mentioned, which are also supplying these materials which are required for battery cells.
Yes. Well, indeed. Well, we are seeing quite a bit of improvement in all the legislations and policies that has come up all over the world. So we are hoping that India soon will have its own independent ecosystem for electric vehicles. So thank you once again, sir, for your wonderful presentation. Please let us know if you have any other questions, audience. We can take up the questions once we have the time. Even if you're not able to answer all your questions, we will make sure that either we will reply you over the text. So that's about the session of the day for the first topic, policy landscape. So thank you once again, sir. Hope you have a great day.
Thanks, Ashad, and thanks everyone who are able to spare time for this the training program, and I'm sure this is going to be a educative one for all of you in terms of making decision to be a better entrepreneur. And this is not going to be a one-time session, so our team is going to be in constant touch who are interested. So there will be a certain linkages. In the next session we are talking about an app which we have developed. That app allows us to connect on a regular basis. So I think let Dhruv talks on the app in the next session.
Okay, so thank you so much. So yes, adding to that point, we have a session on eVahanam application, which will be spoken by Mr. Dhruv Jain. Mr. Jain is a member and the founding team of GreenTree Global and GT Academy, and he has about 13 years of experience in the energy and efficiency sector. He is currently building up GT Academy, which is a sustainability education providing platform for students and energy professionals. So he has a passion to build teams, and he has successfully led teams in the past to acquire accounts and set up operations to deliver and mandate successfully. So he has also been a part of global talent pool at Siemens and Hinduja Group, and he has worked with a lot of international and national organizations, including he has been a part of various development strategies in finance, in channel management, in project management, in this automotive and electrical switchgear sector. He has been a distribution, he has been leading the distribution for Siemens for around 300 plus channel partners pan India. And as I mentioned, he has worked with international agencies like USAID, ECO-III, REEEP, and so on. So thank you so much for joining, sir. I owe to you this presentation now. You can share your screen. I'll stop the screen.
So Arshad, let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible right now.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you for the introduction. So I see there are a couple of questions related to batteries and cells. In fact, most of them relate to that. So the next session after mine is actually going to be the one where we have a speaker who's going to talk about the battery ecosystem. So maybe I think we can take up those questions during that session with that speaker. Okay, so moving on. So my topic, it's pretty short one, and I am going to be introducing you to a platform for e-mobility that we've developed, which is called eVahanam. Now, Vahan is a Sanskrit name which means vehicle, and E is electric. So it's an electric vehicle platform that we have developed. And, let's see what this platform is about. So I have a short video to play before I talk about it. So let's all have a look at the video first.
I also congratulate the entire team on designing the eVahanam app, which will provide updated contents on electric vehicles, information on various training programs, articles, interviews. The app can be one-stop solution for all the news and the contents for the electric vehicles, and also contribute enormously to the awareness and sensitization of the masses.
Okay, so that's a short video introduction about the application. So eVahanam, so we have developed this application under the UK PACT program for electrifying urban mobility. And the thought is to spread information and awareness about electric vehicles in general, but also to give a platform where people can gather all the information with regards to electric vehicles, be it latest technologies, latest launches, the the announcements by respective governments, or maybe even certain upcoming training programs which are under the UK PACT program, or maybe even outside the training UK PACT program. So you can get all this information at one place. That is the objective of putting this platform together. We started this platform as a pilot with a small city called Kakinada. It is one of the 100 smart cities in India. And then eventually, we opened it out to people across India. So since we were working very closely with the Kakinada Municipal Corporation and the Smart City Corporation, we got some feedback from the local audiences and the stakeholders over there on what they would like to see in that platform. And that's how this development started. So all of you are, free to explore the platform and join and subscribe and register on the platform for receiving all the information updates on a daily basis. So every day, for example, we have a practice of putting out at least one news article or at least an interview or maybe something which will provide users the information about the relevant developments and happenings in this space. So the beta version of the app is live. It is available for everyone. Also, it has been developed as a progressive web app, which means the space requirements or the bandwidth requirements for this PWA is actually lower than a normal application or a website. So it should also work in a low network area. That is how it has been developed. Yep. So as I mentioned, it has all the information in one place, and you can see a snapshot of the landing dashboard of eVahanam.org. That is the website of the address, eVahanam.org. So that is how it looks. So there are also certain important tools and certain calculators that we have incorporated on the website. I will probably just open that page and show you how you can basically look at various calculators. Or for example, if you're looking at buying an electric vehicle, what is your cost of owning an electric vehicle versus a diesel or a petrol vehicle? So you can compare the two costs. So that is how you can make certain decisions using some of the tools. What is the amount of carbon footprint that you're generating, and what is it that you will be able to save when we switch over to an electric vehicle? So these are things that you can always evaluate using these certain tools. Apart from this, you can also get things like list of electric vehicle service providers in certain areas. We have populated some cities to begin with, but eventually it will move to at least some states and maybe eventually pan-India. There are also a list of charging stations available across India on the application. So if you are an electric vehicle owner already and you need to locate charging stations, so that list is also available on the platform. Then of course we also float quizzes from time to time where we capture certain inputs, perspectives, feedbacks from the readers, from the viewers on what do they think about the either policy announcements or trends, or whether they would be willing to switch over from their conventional vehicle to an electric vehicle. So these are some kind of questions which are there on the survey questionnaires that we float from time to time. So apart from this, we also have a forum. It's a platform where you can post questions. If there are any questions related to electric vehicles, anything under the sun that you can think of, which you want to be answered. So there's a dedicated space where people can post questions and people can put answers. So everybody can question and everybody can contribute to the answers. So it's more like Quora, which is a discussion forum. So it is something similar to that we have also incorporated in this tool. So these are just some snapshots of some recent posts. For example, we did a program earlier in August. So it was again directed towards the employees in the auto sector. We had certain corporate organizations like Siemens participating in that program. Voltec and ESL were also a part of the program. So that information was out on the platform. Some hiring trends in this space. An interview with N. Mohan, who is the charging infrastructure head at CESL. That is how it is called now, Convergence Energy Services Limited, which is part of ESL. And list of dealers. So some articles and some information pieces are available on the portal. So how do I install and how do I log in? Very simple. You log on to evahanam.org on your browser or desktop or mobile, doesn't matter. You click on the right side menu. There is a button which says install. So you click on that install button and it simply creates a shortcut on your desktop or your mobile, and just click it. And you see a login screen. So you can either choose to log in, or if you want to skip login, you can also skip and directly move to the home page, the landing page. So that's about it. I will also quickly, as I mentioned, also show you how it looks. Okay, I will switch sharing view. Okay, so I hope you are able to see my screen. So this is how the landing page looks like. And these are, various articles which have been populated. So you can choose to read through, scroll through, leave your comments, like them, share them, save them, whatever you want. Then there are certain tools, as I mentioned earlier. So this is a TCO evaluator. So how do I compare, total cost of a vehicle, electric vehicle versus a conventional vehicle? So if I click on this, the link will open up. So it takes me to a third-party page where the tool is hosted. Yeah, so this calculator, for example, has been developed by WRI, and based on the type of vehicle that you're looking at, if you're looking at a two-wheeler or a three-wheeler or a four-wheeler or a bus, so you can accordingly decide to explore this. We also have a session today from WRI. There's a speaker from WRI who will be taking us through that tool in detail. So let me go back to my original screen. Okay. So with that, I have come to the end of this very short session on eVahanam, and I believe if there are any questions related to this portal, so you can always put them out in the chat platform, and I will be able to answer them on chat itself. Yeah, so I request all of you to have a look on the platform, see if you like it, give us a feedback, some feedback about what you want, additionally, or whether you like it the way it is. So any kind of feedback is invited and welcome. Thank you so much. Over to you, Arshad.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed a very brief presentation about using eVahanam. And I believe you all who had been watching this register in this portal and get the news and updates about electric vehicles. So I guess there are no questions right now about the